Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm really excited to be doing a video doing an unboxing, review, and first time brew test of the JoGo coffee or tea straw. This is a really unique and different product where it basically encompasses a straw attached to a micron filter on the bottom that allows you to brew either coffee or tea directly in your mug on the go. And so it's a great product where you could just bring this along with you for either backpacking, outdoor trips, or really just anywhere you want. And you can get fresh coffee directly in your mug. And so what we'll do in this video is we'll go over the packaging, we'll go over the product in detail, what they actually include. Then I'll walk through brewing with this for the very first time. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing this, I'll leave links in the description below. Okay, so this is the JoGo brew straw. You can currently get this on Amazon for about $30. And this is a really unique and different product because it basically encompasses a straw with a silicone attachment on the top with a micron filter on the bottom. So it allows you to brew coffee or tea on the go directly in your mug. And so it's extremely portable, compact, lightweight. And so it's really great for camping, outdoor activities, backpacking, or just bringing it with you whenever you want fresh coffee directly in a mug. So as far as the packaging, basically it says it's teeth friendly because it's got a straw attachment so you don't directly drink on top of your teeth. Reduces waste because you don't have to produce like Keurig pods or filters or anything like that. It's dishwasher safe, has a micron metal filter on the bottom. It has a heat regulating tip so you can't actually burn yourself. We'll have to see how that directly works. It preserves bold flavor because I believe it has the filter there, and it's made to go anywhere, which is the main feature there. It's basically for brewing made simple. It's going to have the straw, it's going to have a cleaner as well, and then it's going to have a travel pouch, which is highlighted on the bottom here. And on the back here, they list the general instructions. So how to JoGo, it says step 1, add your choice of ground coffee or loose leaf tea to your mug. Next, step 2, add hot water and use your JoGo to stir, so agitate it that way. And then step 3, enjoy your brew directly and add your favorite cream or sweetener directly to the mug. So it's a really travel-friendly way of brewing coffee directly in the mug, which is really unique. When I first saw this product, I was actually pretty impressed by it. So now what we'll do is we'll just get this out of the packaging. Okay, so here's everything that comes in the packaging. So first off, they have a cleaning brush with bristles on the bottom here. This will allow you to clean directly through the straw at any time. And so that's a really nice aspect of this because really, if you're on the go, you don't really have to worry about cleaning this, getting dirt or grime inside the actual straw. So it's really convenient from that standpoint. Next up, you have the actual straw, which I'll go over in a second. Then you have a carrying case that says JoGo. It's like a canvas design with a drawstring on the top that'll allow you to put everything you need directly in this pouch. So it's going to be compact and easy to be portable with you in your backpack, in your bag, whatever you might be. They have a JoGo sticker, and then they have an actual instruction manual as well with a QR code if you want to look online. As far as the straw itself, this is what it looks like. So basically there's going to be a silicone top here, which is a silicone design that's slotted so it easily can fit inside your teeth. So that's why they highlight the fact that it's teeth protected, because you can get this behind your teeth so you don't get coffee stains or tea stains directly on your teeth. Then there's actually a straw component. This is a really sturdy straw. It's basically a stainless steel design. Very, very sturdy from that standpoint, robust. It's going to be very durable from that standpoint. And then there's a micron filter on the bottom here that I believe screws directly off. So yeah, it screws directly off. Basically the straw component inserts onto the bottom of the filter. And then the filter is basically if you see, like a very, very small micron filter. So it basically will filter out the tea leaves or the coffee grind so it doesn't go directly into the straw component. And then this easily screws on and off. It's actually seamless here, so I don't think you have to worry about it leaking. And the filter actually extends all the way to the bottom of the straw as well. So it's really well made from that standpoint. The only other thing I want to check is see if this silicone component comes off or not. I'm curious whether it does for a cleaning standpoint, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Actually, it might, no, it doesn't. So it stays on there, so that doesn't come off. So if you do want to clean this, I think what you have to do is unscrew the bottom like this, and then actually use the brush to run all the way up and down throughout the actual straw component. And then I think you would just have to be careful with the top here. If you actually look in here, it's hard to see, but the straw actually, the metal straw actually comes all the way up into this. So this is solid metal all the way up to this component. And then the silicone just wraps around it so you don't burn your mouth or tongue or whatever it might be on the actual straw if it heats, as it heats up. So that's probably how they say it's heat regulated on the actual packaging. So that's the main features of this. Now what we'll do is we'll walk through brewing with this for the very first time, and I'll kind of highlight the key points, and we'll test out the overall quality of the coffee, making it with the straw. Okay, so as a coffee person, I couldn't resist trying to make this as official as you possibly can when it comes to brewing coffee with the JoGo straw. So we have everything we need to walk through this. But this is the mug we're going to be using. It's going to be a 14-ounce Yeti mug. I've had these for a while and I really like these mugs. And for those of you that are outdoorsy people, a lot of people might have a Yeti mug like this. But as far as figuring out the brew, I'm going to treat this like a French press as far as the type of ratio you use for this. And so what we'll do is we'll basically put it on my coffee scale, tear out the weight of the mug, which sets it to 0. And then first off, I'm gonna just basically add water to this to get a sense of the capacity so I know the weight of the water. And so it's about 345. I'm gonna just basically round up to 350 to make it easier for the math. And so that's how much water is in the actual mug. And so I'll empty this out. And typically you would just heat up the water, which will be 350 milliliters in this instance. And then you'll basically add the coffee first. So for the ratio for this, I'm going to treat it like a French press. It's going to be 350 milliliters. And then usually I use a ratio of 1 to 12. So we'll divide by 12. And that gives you the quantity of coffee you need to add. So it'll be 29 grams. And so what I'll do now is basically add 29 grams of coffee into the mug itself. Okay, and we're almost there. So that's 29.3, which is close enough. And that gives you the quantity of coffee as far as the ratio of 1 to 12 in this instance. So we're not going to use the cold water, but I actually heated up some water in my kettle. And so now what we'll do is we will tare this again and set it so the timer brews at the same time. And basically we're going to pour this up to the capacity, or 350 milliliters, which is the quantity we're using this in this instance. And for this, it doesn't really matter how you pour this in. Really, you just have to soak all the beans and let it sit. And usually for coffee like this, I let it sit for basically about 8 minutes on its own. Oops, sorry, I got distracted, so I put extra. 8 minutes on it, or 6 minutes on its own, and then I'll stir it, and then I'll do an additional 2 minutes to allow it to brew after it's kind of brewed on its own. So what we'll do now is we'll let this sit for 6 total minutes. Okay, so we're almost approaching 6 minutes. And so what you'll find when you do French press or something like this, where the beans are sitting directly in the water, they actually rise to the top and form a crust. And so all the beans are on the top here. And so with the JoGo straw, what you'll do is just agitate this a little bit. And then what I find is all those beans that were at the top now have sunk to the bottom. And so you don't have a crust, and you actually have just like the bloom and the film of the coffee directly on the top here. And so now what you'll do is you'll just let this sit for 2 more minutes and let it brew that way, so that all the beans are now at the bottom. And so we'll sit for another 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're almost at 8 minutes total. So we're pretty much finished with brewing. So I'll turn this off. But now what you'll do is just basically stir this one more time, so that everything's down at the bottom. And now you can just basically enjoy this like you would want in any other fashion. Typically with a French press, you would press this all the way down, but instead for this instance, this is acting as the filter so you can drink directly through the straw. And so let me try this out. And to be honest, that's a really, really good cup of coffee. I'm actually really, really impressed with this. It filters out all the beans. Basically, all the beans get stuck outside the filter, and it only brings the coffee directly through the straw. One thing to keep in mind, though, is with it being freshly made and hot, I don't typically drink through a straw, and this is pretty hot, so you do want to let it cool for a period of time because it does go directly to your tongue. But it does, the actual straw itself does get pretty hot. But this silicone component is cool and it's heat regulated, so it prevents it from burning your lips or your tongue directly on this. But it is something that you do want to let your coffee cool a little bit prior to drinking it, otherwise it'll burn your tongue. But it works exactly as described. And I have to say that this is probably one of the coolest products I've ever reviewed on my channel. The fact that you can basically use this on the go, make coffee directly in here like a French press, make it fresh with freshly ground coffee is a pretty phenomenal experience. I could see this as a great product for camping or backpacking. Specifically for backpacking, this would allow you to make fresh coffee by basically having the straw, the carrying case that it comes in, and all you need is your mug, hot water, and the grounds. And so really you can make this anywhere you want as long as you have those three items, which is pretty phenomenal. And you just have to kind of figure out the way to do the appropriate ratio in whatever manner you want. So that's all I have for this video, but this is the JoGo coffee and tea brew straw. This is something that you can currently get on Amazon for only $30. This is definitely worth the price. I really would recommend this. This is something that I will definitely use on the go or at work or something like that, just because it's very convenient to have and a great way to make a better quality of coffee. Plus, it'll save you a lot of money if you make this rather than buying coffee out at different stores and things like that. So that's all I have for this video, but thanks for watching and have a great day.